All right, so the next step is to open this up on center, compress the inside bottom, and get it ready to start pulling the walls up and shaping it into something. So to open this, what we're gonna do, you can take one finger, lock your arms on your legs, take that finger, grab on with your other hand, and gently push down where you think center is. And what we're doing here is we're creating kind of a little dimple on top. And what this dimple tells me is whether or not my clay is actually centered or not. This circle I just created should be lined up perfectly centered with this circle. If the two don't spin the same, then they're not on center. And it's just a little last check that you can do. All right, so the next step is I want to push my finger down into this clay. So I'm doing a hand position like this. I'm gonna go straight down into the clay, and then I'm gonna take my hand out, put more water in, and then put my finger back in and pull back towards myself. So when I push my finger into the clay, where I stop my finger is approximately where the inside bottom of this pot is gonna be. So what I tend to do is leave more thickness there than I actually need. So I'm gonna push my finger in, probably stop where, 1.5 or 2 inches above the bat, and then continue from there. All right, so I'm pushing my finger in. Put some water in there. Pull my finger back. And now, however far I open this is approximately how wide this form is gonna be when I'm done. So now the inside bottom here, what we wanna do is compress that. So you're just gonna take your sponge and you're gonna push down on it. And smooth it out, flatten it out. Kind of depends on what you're making. I'm just gonna make a real simple little bowl form here. So I just want this to have kind of a flattish kind of bottom on it. So something like that. So then before I continue, I also take my sponge. I like to wrap it around the edge here and just compress a little bit. And then a little bit from the outside. And that just cleans up this area that I'm gonna work in next. So the next step then is you actually want to slow your wheel down. I was going full speed when I was centering and opening, and now I'm going to slow my wheel down so I have lots of control. So what I have found over the years is that the only time you need the wheel going full speed is when you're centering. I think it makes it 100 times easier to center your clay if your wheel is going full speed. Faster the wheel is spinning, the easier it is to make the clay move around. The slower the wheel is moving, the more control you have, but you can only let the wheel go so slow. Because whatever you do on the outside, say in this point right here, you want that to happen to the clay all the way around pretty quickly. That's how you keep things symmetrical and balanced. Okay, so that's opening it and getting it ready to pull the walls up.